Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. You probably did see it from the title, but today we are doing a collab with the wonderful Connie from @ColourBrights. I will include a photo of her here, and then I should have a photo of the look that she did here. I like to move it. We do lives every single Tuesday on Instagram, so definitely check those out if you are curious. We do announce the time in a story on Tuesday, so definitely make sure to follow both of us if you would like to catch our lives. I will have a link to that down in the description box, as well as like a link to her video. And our last live that we were doing, we were talking about just different makeup and using stuff up, and we were talking about ABH palette, the Alyssa Edwards, and we both own this palette. I kind of forget how it fully got brought up. I know we were talking about collabs. She had done a collab with another fellow content creator. I was like, oh, that's so cool, you know, watching your guys' collab, whatever. And she was like, oh my gosh, we should do a collab on this palette that we both own. And I was like, okay, heck yeah, why not? I think that is super exciting. So thank you again to Connie for asking me to do a collab with you. I am super, super excited. And then if you are new to my channel, I already said, but if you came over from Connie's channel, hi, welcome. I really do hope that you do enjoy it here. I'm Mattie, if I didn't say, because I don't usually say my name, but I'm Mattie. I'm so excited to have you here. I do tend to do a lot more colorful looks. Definitely subscribe if you would like to see more of that fun content and all that fun stuff. And if you are a current subscriber of me, but not of Connie or ColourBrights, definitely check out her channel. There will be a link down in the description along with a link to her video and all that other fun stuff. But yes, let's just go ahead and roll on in with the tutorial. Starting out, I just have a thin layer of the Milani eyeshadow primer just all over my eyes. I'm going to go ahead and take this small brush, dipping in with the shade Believe, and I'm just going to start working that into my crease. I'm not taking any of the color onto the eyelid because I will be using a different shade. But one thing I will be doing is keeping my eyes kind of just open, like facing forward, and trying to make sure that I have the crease color go high enough so that with my like hooded eyes it does not disappear. I'm just now going in with the same brush and the same shade Believe just to tap on it to make sure we're getting that full pigmentation that we want. I am taking another one of those same brushes, but it is like a different one, dipping in with Unicorn Tribe, and I am just going to lightly take that around the edges just to give a bit of a transition for the pink that we'll be doing in a second. Taking our same brush, I'm just going to dip into Texas Made, start buffing out the edges even further. I am kind of just laying down a basic layer for now, and then we can always go back in and add more along the way as the look is progressing. So taking a third of those same brushes, dipping into Beast. I'm going to go ahead and apply that to the inner third and outer third of the eye. Now you may ask yourself why I'm using the three of the same identical brush. It really, for one, I just really like this brush. And for two, it really helps to have all three separate so that you're not muddying up your colors too much. Okay, I'm going to do the same trick. Eyes open, looking straight ahead. I am just going to lightly take the black through the crease. I want the purple to be the main focus, but I do want a bit of like intensity. Okay, and then now I'm just going to basically go between my three brushes, or the three shades, or I guess the four shades technically, and just adjust anything to make sure that everything is blended out. So first going with the purple. I'll probably just fast forward through this part because I do feel like hopefully you get the gist. If you don't, definitely let me know down in the comments and I can make a slower tutorial. I just don't want to be boring you if you feel like you get it. Going in with the NYX Shadow Primer and a fluffy kind of flat brush, I'm just going to apply that product to the eyelid, mainly just where the colored part of our eye is. And then I'm gonna go ahead and dip into the shade Beyond. I'm gonna start stamping that all over the eyelid. Wow, that's really nice. I noticed that as I kind of tap over the shade more, it almost helps to release the shimmer a bit more. I wouldn't say these are like super sparkly, but they do have a nice sheen to them. And I am just going around the edges of the shade, just kind of tapping to help it to blend in a bit more into the black. From here, you can go ahead and use a bit more of the black again, kind of doing that adjustment idea of if you feel like this shade did get over a little bit too much, you can go ahead and go back in with our black just to make sure that everything is nice and uniform. Okay, I am just probably going to speed through it, but I'm going to go ahead and do my bottom lash line real quick. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just go off camera real quick to finish up the rest of my face, and then I'll finish talking through the rest of the details. Alright, and here we are for the end of the video. Hopefully you like what I did create. Everything I am wearing will be pinned down below in the description box. Really do hope that you did like this video. Connie, thank you for inviting me to be a part of the collab with you, playing with the Alyssa Edwards ABH palette. I really had a lot of fun doing this, and I do think it is super fun just to play with some of our older discontinued makeup just to get some more use out of it. Really do hope that this video was inspiring, and of course make sure to check out Connie ColourBrights here on YouTube for some more fun makeup content. And then we also do have our live that we do every Tuesday on Instagram. The times do usually change, but we will be posting that in a story on Tuesday, so definitely stay tuned for that if you want to see more content from us every Tuesday. I will see you all later. I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.